Find a polynomial of degree 4 that has zeros -3, 0, 1, and 5, and the coefficient of x cubed is -6. So we can use the factor theorem here, which tells us if I know zeros, then I know factors of the polynomial. If I know that -3 is a zero, that tells me that x plus 3 is a factor. If I know that 0 is a zero, that tells me that x, just x minus 0 is a factor. I know that 1 is a zero, that tells me x minus 1 is a factor. And if 5 is a zero, that tells me x minus 5 is a factor. So here's a polynomial of degree 4, because I've got 4 factors here with x, that has the correct zeros. But I don't know what the coefficient of the x cubed is because this is in factored form, not expanded form. Okay. The only thing that could be missing here is there could be a number right here in front, a leading coefficient. I'm going to go ahead and put a right there to indicate what that number, that could be some random number that we don't know. Now, because we want the x cubed to be, the coefficient of x cubed to be -6, we're going to have to multiply all this out. Not going to be very fun, but we can do it. I'm going to leave my a there, and I'm going to start just with these terms here. X plus 3 times, that's just x. Okay, and that gives me x squared plus 3x. And then I've got my x minus 1 and my x minus 5. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing, but now I'm going to take those two terms. Okay, so here we're going to distribute a little bit. I've got x squared times x is x cubed. Okay, and then I have x squared times -1 is -x squared. And 3x times x is plus 3x squared. And then 3x times -1 is -3x. That's times the x minus 5. I can go ahead and combine those two terms if I want. So we have x cubed plus 2x squared minus 3x, and then times the x minus 5. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and distribute all of these together, these two polynomials. Leave my a out in front. We'll deal with that at the end. I've got x cubed times x, which is x to the 4th. X cubed times -5 is -5x cubed. 2x squared times x is plus 2x cubed. And then 2x squared times -5 is -10x squared. And then -3x times x is -3x squared. And -3x times -5 is positive 15x. Okay. Now I can do some combining here. I have my x cubed terms, and I've got my x squared terms that I can combine. So these x cubed terms turn into -3x cubed, and the x squared terms turn into -13x squared. Okay, now if I multiply that a into this, I get ax to the 4th minus 3ax cubed minus 13ax squared plus 15ax. And now I'm ready to use this information right here. The coefficient of x cubed is -6. Well, the coefficient of x cubed here is -3a. So I say -3a has to equal -6. And that tells me that a is 2. So now I know a. The question wants me to find a polynomial with these zeros and that proper coefficient. And now I know everything. I know a, and I had everything else. We can use this expanded form, or we can use the factored form. It doesn't really matter. Since I'm down here with the factored form anyway, I'll go ahead and use that. So plugging in a equals 2, I get 2x to the 4th minus 6x cubed minus 26x squared plus 30x. And that is a polynomial with the required properties.